Welcome to discussions about energy with Terrie Rolands, Vortex Healing teacher. Awesome that you're here.
Thank you for having me.
And my name is Kaisa Koskinen, and I have a privilege to ask interesting questions from Terrie.
Go for it.
So today I want to ask about energetic bodies. First of all, what are energetic bodies, and what's the function of different energetic bodies?
Yeah, and this is information that we share in the basic foundational vortex class. And it's important as part of our awakening process to realize that we're more than just the physical body. We actually have 7 energetic fields that emit from certain parts of our system. For example, our emotions. Our emotional presence emits an energetic field that in vortex we call an emotional body.
Right.
And this is where we process and feel our emotions from.
So when I'm feeling an emotion, I'm actually feeling it in my emotional body.
We hold it in our emotional field that we call an emotional body.
Okay. And I might get a physical symptom from it.
You can, yes, because all of the bodies, all of the 7 bodies are interconnected.
Right.
They actually lay in the same area as our physical body. Some people refer this to as our auric field, but most of them, all except for one, are in the same space as our physical body, and they're all interwoven.
Right.
People who often worry about things, emotional worry, can get a physical injury,
like
such
stomach.
as stomach ulcer,
Yeah.
for example. They're directly interwoven. So the emotional body is one of our energy bodies.
Okay.
Another one is our mental body. We think and we wonder and we process things, information. It emits an energy field with our thoughts that in vortex healing we call our mental body.
Right. So, so that's kind of like where the thinking issues are, like, right?
Yes. We hold them in our mental body, and we can hold conditioning in our mental body and emotional body as well. So this is an area for us to heal our issues from.
Right.
We also have what's called a spiritual body. All of us as human beings are truly spiritual beings having a human experience. We have spiritual experiences, and most of us, almost everybody, in our past lives have had spiritual experiences.
Right.
So all of the good, the bad, and the light that we hold from our spiritual interactions, we hold in this energetic field that we call our spiritual body.
Okay. So there's like past life stuff and memories and conditionings in the spiritual body.
In all of our bodies.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Everything that we experience in life, we hold in our systems in these different energy bodies.
Yeah. But what is like, I don't quite get like what's happening in a way in a spiritual body, because I understand in my emotional body, there's that emotional stuff, and in my mental body, there's that mental stuff. So what's in spiritual body? Is that like my spiritual experiences?
Spiritual body is what is assisting you to live life more from a oneness spiritual component or perspective.
Okay.
It's what's driving you on this spiritual path to reawaken to the absolute love and light you are. It's like your higher consciousness of being a spiritual being having this physical body experience. So it is the underlying energy that's driving you forward as a spiritual being.
Right. What about, I know I've been escaping my physical life into my esoteric body. So tell about that.
Well, the astral body, each of us when we go to bed at nighttime and we sleep, we go out through our astral body as a vehicle.
Hang on a second. We have okay, maybe you heard it. Okay, continue, sorry.
Right. When we go to bed at nighttime, we go out of body often into a plane of existence called the astral plane. And the astral plane is where all the non-physical beings reside. And the vehicle that we go out in is called our astral body.
Right.
So it's an out of body, it's the vehicle of how we go out of body, connecting with the astral plane. We go there often in our sleep state. And because we have interactions and experiences with other non-physical beings in the astral plane, this is an area where we need to clear and have healings as well. Part of our total energy package, including all 7 bodies. We also have what's called a vibrational body. Each of us have our own unique energy vibration. And kind of way to look at it is like every snowflake has a slightly different pattern. No 2 snowflakes are exactly the same. Each of us as human beings, have our own unique, slightly different vibrational quality. And this is part of what we hold in our vibrational body. So it's important, sometimes our energy can get off, our vibration can get off. So this also is an area that can be balanced, healed, and cleared.
Yeah, with vortex, if you have vortex healing tools, obviously. Yeah.
We also have what's called an etheric body. And an etheric body is our boundary. It's how we interface with life. It's a layer of energy. If a person gets too close to me and I feel like they're in my boundary, they are in my etheric body area. It is our boundary, like our energetic boundary that we have around our body. And from this energetic boundary, this is how we interact with life, with other human beings, with animals, and with plants. Now, some people have issues. They don't like people getting too close. And other people have no boundaries. And they get so close, they get up in your face.
I'm a Finn, keep a long distance.
And so the etheric body is an important part that we want to work with each one of the bodies to keep a healthy energy system and for overall health. Now the last body that we didn't talk about is the karmic body.
And that was the one that's actually like not like next to your physical body. It's actually inside of you.
The karmic body resides in the center of our physical spine.
And what's in there? What's inside of the karmic body?
In the center of the karmic body, which sits in the center of our spine, is all of our past life and current life karma. Everything that we put out to life and everything that comes back to us, that's where we hold our life experiences. We also inherit genetic weaknesses. All of our ancestors struggled to survive. We inherit what's called genetic karma. So we inherit some of the karma that we're working and processing. And even sometimes the divine will put a little special blueprint or instrument in our system to make us have a specific experience and path in life. So there's actually 3 different flavors of karma that we work with from this karmic body that sits in the center of our body, our physical spine, but expresses through all of us, expresses through our emotions, our thoughts, our feelings, and our physicality and spirituality. So even though the karmic body sits in the spine, it expresses through all of us. So it's important to work to clear and to rebalance your whole energy system, including all 7 of your energetic bodies.
Right. I also want to ask that some time ago there was new information coming out that we tend to kind of like have a home body, that we like to stay somewhere more especially than somewhere else. And I knew like when I learned about mine, it kind of explained many things about my life, like how I live my life.
Good thing to bring up, yes. Each of us kind of have a default body. meaning a body that we like to experience life from and perceive life from. And so, for example, many of us our mental body may be our home body. So we perceive life and experience life more in our head, more from a mental perspective.
Right.
And then other people may be more in their emotional body. That may be their default home body. So they experience life and look at life from more of an emotional perspective.
Yeah.
And then the last body, well, two more bodies actually can be a home body. One can be a spiritual body, can be the home body, where we perceive life more from a spiritual perspective. Everything in life is part of the spiritual journey. Everything is meant to be.
Yeah.
So we experience life from more of a spiritual perspective. And then the last body that can be a home body is the physical body. And usually these are people that are like athletes, dancers, people who are really connected to their physical body and perceive or experience and look at life from a very physical standpoint.
Right. Yeah.
So again, what we want to do is actually have a nice balance of all of those bodies to experience life mentally and emotionally and spiritually and physically.
Yeah.
So that is something that we can work with and intend that we're working from all of our bodies, not just one body predominantly as a default body.
Yeah. And now you might be wondering, how do I find out what is kind of like my default home body? Is it correct that one can like try to tune into different bodies and kind of like try to sense or hear or feel what feels like their home body?
Usually the home body feels the most comfortable.
Yeah.
It feels like home, literally.
Yeah.
And when I did the exercise of trying to be in my mental body, for example, it felt so heavy and foreign and dense that it was kind of a part of me said, no way, this is
Let's get out of here.
home. Let's get out of here and let's go home. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's the body that you feel the most comfortable in, the body that maybe you resonate with the most, and the body that you perceive that feels the most normal in your perspective of life from. That's a good indicator. Now sometimes people can have more than one home body, feel very much at home in their physical body and in their mental body, for example. So it is possible to have more than one home body. But the optimum way is to be at home in all the bodies, to use all the bodies, to be comfortable in all the bodies, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. That's our goal.
Yeah. Well, let's see in this or next lifetime. Thank you. This was so interesting. Thank you so much.
Thank you for asking this most important question.
All right. See you. Bye.
Bye.